Aloha everyone, it's Courtney 808. I am one half of the channel that is Talk Limited. We are
Well, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So it's Courtney 808. I am one half of the channel that is Talk Limited. We are a variety of different shows on Twitch, and we've been streaming for about, as far as Talk Limited is concerned, we've been streaming for over a year now. We just hit a year this year, and it's been pretty awesome. Consistently, we stream about 4 shows a week, so we're pretty on it, and our average viewers range from mid 20s to about high 30s right now, and we have about 1.2 thousand followers, so it's been pretty fun ride.
Wow, that's exciting. So for the sake of the interview, because I know you both started with your own Twitch journey, we'll just do Talk Limited because that's what you're focusing on right now. So
yes.
Let's flash back to when you guys came together and you're like, all right, let's do this. Did you have a plan in order to reach affiliate on your new channel, or did you just like, well, let's see what happens?
As far as a plan, no, we didn't have one. We kind of just were banking on the fact that we were both very passionate about what we do. We were very passionate about content creation and very passionate about collaborating and interview shows. And we just had so many ideas for things that we envisioned that it just felt like the right thing to do was to create an LLC so that we had full creative license over our brand, over our vision, and over everything we wanted to do with Talk Limited. That it seemed like the right thing to do, and kind of, we're a year into it now, and we're still constantly changing, and we're still figuring out what works, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
So going from the average of 3 all the way up to what you're at right now, we'll say 25-30, just to kind of meet in the middle.
Sure, yeah.
So did you have any dips? Because I know that's definitely a thing. Have you dipped down, and how did you come back up from that?
Yeah, with Twitch and viewers, it's hard, right? Because we aren't the type of people, we don't really try to fixate on the viewer numbers. Each show has its own viewership, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a network, a TV network, right? When we have our dips, we try not to fixate on it as much, and we focus on giving each show its own unique voice and focusing on that.
So it's kind of like every single day that you stream, it's something different, and so you have to build up that community in itself. And some shows are doing better than some other ones. And so how, let's say for the shows that aren't doing like the 35, the high 30s, how are you getting those up? What are your strats for that?
So we try to make sure that the messaging and branding is pretty universal throughout all the shows. Granted, each show is different, like a different family member of each, but it's still one cohesive family. We're still one cohesive brand. And we make sure that even if it's hosted by a different person, they all still have the same values and same energy. And so even when we have dips, we're very lucky that, we have community members who will bring in people, and we market ourselves. I think that's what kind of helps drive us, is the chemistry that John and I have, and then the fact that we put in so much work behind the scenes in networking, whether it's on social media. I mean, we have a very strong social media presence, whether it's on, like, pretty much mostly on Twitter. And that's kind of what brings people in.
Okay.
And so from each show, we talk about the other shows. We make sure to promote each show very evenly. And that's kind of what helps us drive viewership. And
that's a lot. So I'm hearing, so you're networking, so you're watching other people's streams, you're going on social media, you're promoting all of them, you're keeping brand throughout the entire show. And then you also said other behind the scenes stuff. What other things are behind the scenes that get you views and followers?
So we work really hard on our Patreon. We work hard on having exclusive merch that help kind of, one, drive interest to Talk Limited, but also we try to utilize other platforms as well. Like, we've been trying to utilize Hover. On our Twitter, we're constantly interacting with people on Twitter. We're posting, or on YouTube as well. We're trying to just constantly make sure that our voice is being heard somewhere, so that no matter what, if even we get a lot of our newer followers because they come in saying, hey, I saw you on Twitter.
Nice. I love that.
Thankful that that's what works. We're very loud on Twitter. and we're just constantly on it, which some might say is not a great thing. But as far as with we're influencers on social media essentially when it comes to being on Twitch, and you have to utilize other forms of social media to get yourself out there, and we try to spread our tentacles as far out into the interwebs as possible.
Yeah, no, that's good. So you may have already answered the question, but the next question is view jumps from average of 10 to 15 to 30. So those jumps are really hard to get. Did you do anything? You're like, wow, okay, that actually kind of worked.
Well, for us, we notice our flagship show, which is our sex positive, body positive show, that has been consistently our flagship show, and it's also the show that tends to do the best, but that's because it's something different. We are discussing topics that are not commonly discussed about with people, and it gives people a safe space to learn more about themselves or to be more open about themselves, and we're trying to put a less taboo light on things such as sexuality, gender identity, kinks, fetishes, and all within a safe, sane, and consensual space. Right. And I think so for us, when we had those major jumps because people are interested in that. And not everybody is open about being interested in that. And also they don't know that we have that. So when we fully discuss and we're more open about, promoting that show, that's when we notice, those jumps happen. Or for us, we'll change up, we'll add sub goals, right? We'll add like Bean Boozled. We'll add, our song goal, which is where if we get a certain amount of subs within the show, John and I will do karaoke and we'll sing a song, and people tend to like that. So that, I mean, we have that's kind of how we notice our views change, is that yes, we bring a bunch of different people when we do our interview shows, and their community tends to come and support, which is we're very thankful for. But what gets people to stay is us, and I think that's what John and I have to work on most, is that it's the chemistry between us and how we interact and how we collaborate, and that's kind of what helps us shape our stream. And we're constantly seeing and changing what works, what we talk about, what we show. So it's just constantly a learning process, and some things that work one week may not work the next week, and that's just kind of the name of the game.
Yeah, for sure. So what's next? You're averaging 20 all the way to the high 30s. What is your big picture plan after that you made affiliate, and then now that you're averaging this good set of numbers?
Well, I think for us, we want to keep growing. We want to keep doing more. We want to have more viewers. We want to keep increasing our we keep joking about world domination. We want to dominate the world. And so for us, it's not going to be just limited to Twitch. We want to be able to be on every kind of platform where, no matter what, if you want to listen to Talk Limited or you want to see Talk Limited, you'll find us. And so, we don't know if we're wanting to aim for partner, just because we don't know if, with the way, Twitch is very limited on their views on a bunch of certain things. And realistically, that might not fit with what, the message that we're trying to convey. So we're still wanting to grow, and we want more followers, we want more viewers, we want more people to be engaged and interacting with our shows and loving our shows. So I guess for us, that's kind of more of our we want more shows. We want programming from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. We want you to be able to be like, you know what, I want to see this show, I want to see that show. And we want you to be able to come to Talk Limited at any time of the day and know you'll be able to see something that you want to watch.
Wow. It's a television station.
Basically. I mean, that's why it's TVLK.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for answering all the questions and coming out today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Oh, well, I love your shows. I haven't attended the Friday one, but I will definitely go there. I promise you'll see me soon.
Perfect. I can't wait.
All right. I'll see you later. Bye, friend. Thank you.
Bye.